sun rose gently over the city. The day was calm, bright, and full of promise. Grace's room buzzed with excitement. It was 2 days to the wedding, and today was the final fitting for her gown. Her bridesmaids had arrived early, chattering and laughing as they helped with last-minute preparations. Her mother had brought out a tray of meat pie and Fanta. Even the family dog barked in excitement. "Today we must see you in full glory," her best friend, Amaka, said, clapping her hands. Grace smiled, a little shy. Okay, let me wear it. But no one should take pictures. I want the real thing to shine on Saturday." The room went silent as she carefully opened the cover. The gown slid out slowly, shining in the light like water. Her friends gasped. "Grace, this is not a gown. This is royalty." She held it close, stepped behind the curtain, and began to dress. The satin felt cool on her skin, and the stones on the sleeve pressed gently against her arms. The moment she zipped the back and turned to face the mirror, her breath caught. She didn't look like herself. She looked perfect. She stepped out, and the whole room went still. Even Ada, who had been busy with her phone, froze and stared. "Grace," Ada whispered, "you look different." Everyone clapped and shouted praises. But Grace's smile slowly faded. Something didn't feel right. The dress hugged her perfectly, but too perfectly, like it knew her shape before she even wore it. And as she walked slowly toward the mirror, she felt the fabric press tighter around her waist, like hands. "Are you okay?" Amaka asked. "Yes, I think so," Grace replied softly, "just a little dizzy." She reached out to touch the mirror for balance. As her fingers brushed the glass, the light in the room flickered, just once. Everyone thought it was Nipa, but then came the whisper, soft, very soft, right beside her ear. A voice, a woman's voice, faint, almost like wind. "You said, forever." Grace spun around. "Did someone say something?" she asked, blinking. "No," her cousin replied. "We were just admiring your dress." She looked around. The room was bright again. Everything looked normal. Her friends were smiling, and Ada was holding her phone, recording her. Grace forced a smile. "Must be in my head." Later that evening, she stood alone in her room, the gown laid across her bed. She stared at it, arms crossed, eyes narrowed. She walked closer, gently touched the fabric. And then she noticed it. At the edge of the hem, where the stitches met, there was a tiny mark. A dark thread shaped like a spiral, hidden inside the seam. She had never seen it before. She rubbed her finger over it. Felt cold. Too cold. She sat on her bed, her heart beating just a little faster. She reached for her phone to search for spiral symbols and their meanings, but the screen suddenly went black. Battery full. No heat. No warning. Dead. She looked at the dress again. Then, without thinking, she grabbed it and placed it back inside the protective cover. She hung it on the door and whispered, "I'll wear you on the wedding day, not before." The lights flickered once more. This time, they didn't come back for a full 5 seconds. When they did, the gown was still hanging. But now it seemed to lean, just a little, as though something inside it had shifted. Grace stared at it in silence. She didn't sleep early that night.